Hello and welcome to our tutorial on the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. I am very happy that you've purchased a Rubik's Cube and decided to see our tutorial to solve it. So, without any further ado, let's begin. The introduction to the cube is quite simple, considering the cube has 9 cubes per face, with 1 center, 4 mid pieces, and 4 edge pieces. The centers on the Rubik's Cube, of every color, never move, considering that blue will always be opposite green, and orange will always be opposite red, and white will always be opposite yellow. Or these color schemes may be different on your cube. I'm not aware. The corners, however, can be manipulated, and on some cubes, I will be teaching, some cubes, the corners can be flipped or bent out of place and make it unable to solve with certain final algorithms on the cube. I will be teaching you an algorithm that will isolate the final corner if perchance you do flip a corner. And without any further ado, let's mix up our cube. Now, I find it simplest to mix up my cube with basically random tactics, but occasionally, per this circumstance, I'm trying to mix it up in which I will get the easiest solve to show you. Okay. The first step is, and I will be showing this tutorial as in to show how to solve using the white face as our main side. To locate the face you would like to use, I will be using the white face, so for convenience sake, I prefer anybody watching this use the white face. Okay, here's your white face. You know it by the white center, because the centerpieces never move. So, here's your white face. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a cross here and here of your white middle pieces. So let's search for a white middle piece. There's conveniently one right here. So what we can do is we can rotate this face upwards like that to get a first piece of the cross and continue on. There's a second piece conveniently right here that we can also rotate up into the cross. So now we have half of our cross. Keep looking for pieces, and the other 2 pieces are conveniently right here and here. But some people may find them on the bottom of their cube by the yellow center. And if so, make sure that above where your little white piece is, that there's no other piece you're replacing, as in if it were right here, you would not want it. So you would want to turn the top or bottom. And then you just spin it twice, and it spins up into place. Now, for this next cube, you may also find cubes in position such as this, where it's facing you. And there's a very easy way to solve this. First, you just move it away from where you want to place it. Then, you move this face right here up so it is on the side, and then move it up that way into your cross. Now, as you see, we've displaced the piece that used to be here, which is now conveniently on the side, and we can slide it right up into our top, creating the right cross. Now, when doing the white cross, you may encounter that you get a white corner in place, although this corner is not in the right place in between the 2 mid pieces right there. So, what we're going to find ourselves having is an unnecessary corner, but you can ignore those for now. So, on to the next purpose. The Rubik's Cube was built to solve in one way and one way only, considering that all these mid pieces, there's 4 of them, each one has a color that would correspond to the middle piece. And considering the middle pieces never move, we should line the colors up. So you can turn your top face until a color lines up with your mid piece. That color lines up, the red, the green lines up, the orange lines up, and the blue lines up. Now this is a rare circumstance when all 4 colors line up, so I'm going to quickly perform an algorithm that will misalign 2 colors, and I'll show you how to realign them. Now, our orange is over the blue, and our blue is over the orange. How do we fix this? It's a very simple method. You're going to put your white face, turn the front face twice with one of your incorrect white faces facing towards you, so the white little middle piece is on the bottom. Then you're going to slowly turn it until it matches up with its corresponding correct color, and then flip it twice back up. And then considering now we have the white face, or another piece of white face on the bottom, which is blue, let's line it up with the blue, and turn it twice. this completes our parts of our cross. Okay, now the next part of our video will be focusing on corners. Corners are meant to be in a specific place, such as this corner, which happens to be white, green, and red, is meant to be right here in between the white, the green, and the red. So we're going to learn our first algorithms here, 2 algorithms. Easiest way I find to solve the corners is make sure the white is either facing this way or this way towards you in the face, and then line up the color that is on the face next to it. If this corner was over here, then the color would be right here. But considering it's on the left, that means it's on the right on the next face over. So this color is green. So as you see, white, green, and red, but the green is not on the bottom. You never want to match it up with color on the bottom. So here, we're going to match up the green on the same face as its green center, correct? Then, considering when you have your white and it's facing you, if it's on the left, you'll do this algorithm. First, match it up, then move the bottom to the right once, move your front downwards just once, move the bottom back to the left once, and move your front face back up. And as you see, we've inserted this corner in between the 2 color schemes. Now, move on to another corner. Here's a corner right here. It's in the right position, but displaced. Or it's in the right place, but not in the right position. It is a white, orange, and green corner. And it's actually in between the white, orange, and green. But we have to realign it, so to speak. So, to do that, considering it's in the top corner, we're going to lower our front face down and move it out of the way. As you just saw me do there, I'll repeat it one more time. Move it down and out of the way. And then there's no important corner here, so you can just move that jump corner right back up into the top. And now we have our corner down here. And as you see, the corner is continually on the left, and it's orange next to it. So, the orange, we would match up with the orange centerpiece, and then perform the left algorithm. Bottom to the right, face down and to the right, bottom back to the left, and then face back up. And that leaves us with our corner in our correct piece. Now, to find the next corner, which is conveniently on the right, for those of you who may have a corner on the right, it is white, blue, and red. And conveniently, the blue side is already matched up, unless we want it to be. So now, face the blue side towards you and perform the right side algorithm, which is very similar to the left, just inverse. Bottom to the left, front face down to the left, bottom back to the right, and front face back up. Okay? Now we have one corner left, the corner that is blue and orange. Let's find that corner. It's right here, white, blue, and orange. So let's match up that color, which is blue, with our centerpiece right here. And it's on the left, so we perform, or it's on the left here, so perform the left algorithm. Bottom over, face down, bottom back, and face back up. Okay? Now, you have solved one complete layer of the cube, and you should have T's all around your cube. Okay, now we're going to work on the mid layer, which is a second algorithm set, per se, for a left and a right, and it's working on putting such corners like this. This corner right here is green and orange, and it goes in between the green and orange. And if I were to do a simple algorithm there, I could place it in. But it's quite simple. So here, let's start off with the first corner we see. But as you'll notice, if you're solving from the white face up, the yellow face is always opposite, correct? So any piece that we see, like this piece, though we see it's in orange, it has yellow on the bottom, so it's not valid as a corner because that's a yellow mid piece. So let's move on to a correct corner, which is blue and orange. Now, whatever color is closer to the white side, or on a face closer to the white side, like not on the yellow face, you're going to want to match up with its centerpiece, similar to what we did in the corners. Then, you're you're going to look at the bottom color. It's blue. The color on the left of it is blue. If the color on the right of it was green, then we'd perform a right side algorithm. But the bottom color is blue, and the color on the left side is blue, so you perform the left side algorithm, which is bottom to the right, left side down, bottom back to the left, left side up, bottom to the left, front face down to the left, bottom back to the right, and front face back up. And as you see, we've inserted our corner. Now, on to the next corner, which happens to be on the right side. It's a green and orange. Or actually, sorry, it's on the left side. Now, we perform the same algorithm. Bottom over, left side down, bottom back, left side up, bottom over, front face down to the left, bottom back over, and face back up. And as you see, we've inserted that corner now. Now on to the last two corners. This one is a green and red. This one is on the right, so conveniently I do get to show you a right side algorithm without having to displace any corners. Match up our middle color. Other color is on the right. Right side algorithm is very similar to the left, just inverse. You are going to want to do your bottom to the left, right side down, bottom back to the right, right side up, bottom to the right, front face down to the right, bottom to the left, and front face up. Okay, as you can see, we've successfully inserted all but one of our corners. Now you see, we have no more matches because one side is always yellow. But as you see, our correct corner is actually in place, just it is in the wrong position. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a corner, any corner down here, it doesn't really matter. I want to pick the green and yellow, and I'm going to do the right side algorithm because it would be on the right side. Imagine this corner were matching red and the right side was blue, and just do the right side algorithm to displace that corner. And then if we look, we have red and blue, because what we did was we inserted that other corner, driving the corner that we took out to the bottom layer. So now we can perform the right side algorithm. And I'll repeat it one more time because I just realized I forgot to last time. You're going to do the bottom to the left, right side down, bottom to the right, right side up. Then you're going to want to do the bottom to the right again, front face down and to the right, bottom back to the left, and then front face up. Okay? Now you've successfully completed the first two layers of the Rubik's Cube. Congratulations. Now you're going to want to flip your cube over to where the yellow face is on top. You see? And now, there are several things we're going to be looking for. What we're going to be looking for are patterns made in the yellow. As you see, we have a dot pattern here. This is similar to the cross, in which we're looking for specific, we're ignoring corners if we don't need them. There are a total of, I think, 4 patterns that you're looking for. Either a dot or a yellow staircase. Now keep in mind that corner, as long as we're finding one of these patterns, corners, obsolete. Or you could also get a line, either a line, or sometimes you get a line with 2 little things on the corner. That's actually kind of common, or like one here and one here. But mainly a line. Or, finally, you may actually just get the yellow cross, which is what we're trying to get. Kind of like the white cross. But let's go back to the staircase. Staircase, you're going to want to put in this position with this way facing you, and you're going to perform this simple algorithm. Front face, twist it up, like you're twisting this part down to the right, right up, and over to the left, right down. And then you're going to do the top back to the left, and then pull that and now you see we've got a line shape. And if you get a line shape, you're going to want to face it, or if you get a line shape, you're going to want to face it to where it's flat compared to facing you. But, or horizontal, whatever you prefer. But if you have these two little things, then you're going to want to face that away from you. It's just a personal preference. From that same algorithm. Front face up, right side up, top over the left, right side down, top back to the left, and front face down again. Now we have our yellow cross, as you see. And in this we need to perform no more algorithms as we have our cross. But we head on to longer and harder algorithms for the final two steps, or final three steps anyways. The second algorithm really isn't hard though. Okay, so we're trying to match middles again. As you see, we have our yellow cross, we have middles, and this middle is green, but it's fortunately matched up with the green centerpiece. This middle is red, it's matched up with the red centerpiece, but we have our blue and orange and blue mixed up. Okay, now, say it was like this, and nothing matches up, you see? You're just going to want to keep turning your cube until you see something matches up. You see the blue matches up there, but there will always be a way to get two matched up. Now, it may be two matched up in a way where this one matches up and this one matches up and these two opposite each other, in which case you would just do the algorithm I'm about to show you on an incorrect side. You're always doing it on an incorrect side. But, excuse me, since these two match up, I can make those two match up by a simple algorithm. Always have an incorrect side in front of you. But if you have another incorrect side that you can place on the right, do that. And then perform this algorithm. Right, up, top, over, twice. Right, down, top, back, right, up, top, back, right, down, top, over. And as you see, we've preserved our cross, preserved our second layers, but this matches up, this matches up, this matches up, and this matches up. Okay, now we're heading into our final step, which is completing the corners of 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So, what we're going to do is first, you see this corner's matched up, and that's perfect. But we have to place the rest of the corners correctly. As you see, this is a corner that is yellow, red, and green, and it needs to be in between the yellow, red, and green, right here, where the yellow, orange, and green is. But to do that, we need to perform a very simple algorithm. But first, we're going to place the corners. Like this one, I could just take it and put it here, even if it's not, like this is oriented correctly, but imagine this was flipped in a different direction, that would still be placed correctly, but we need to orient them correctly as the final. We just need to put them in the right spot first. Okay, so if you have any correct corners that are, like say, this is the yellow, green, and orange. If this side was orange and it was in between the yellow, green, and orange, then that would be a correct corner. But fortunately, I have a corner that's correct and oriented correctly, which helps us later. But you're going to want to put that on the right side that's closest to you, and then perform this algorithm. Left, up, top, that way, right, up, top, back, left, down, top, back this way, right, down, and top that way. Okay, and as you see, our corner is still correct. This corner is not placed correctly, and this corner is not placed correctly because they're not in between the retrospective sides. So, let's repeat that algorithm. Left, up, top, that way, right, up, top, back, left, down, top, back, right, down, top, back over this way. Okay, now as you see, this is what a correctly placed corner looks like, even if it's not oriented correctly. And as you see, it's the yellow, orange, and green in between the yellow, orange, and green. And this one's the red, green, and yellow in between the red, green, and yellow. And this is the yellow, blue, and orange between the yellow, blue, and orange. Okay, these three corners are placed correctly. Now this corner is completely correct, oriented correctly. And this final algorithm, which is similar to what we did 2 algorithms ago to match the midpoints, It's basically the same thing, and then you do it on the left side, but it's not that hard to learn when you think about it that way. But it will completely finalize our corners. Okay, let's get started. You're going to want to put, usually you'll have sometimes this, sometimes corners opposite each other, whatever. You're going to want to put an incorrect corner on the right side closest to you. And if, like, say this one was correct, cover that up. If these two were incorrect, you're going to want to put it on the right side. All incorrect corners that you can fit on the right side, put in the right side. So I'm going to do it this way, but I could be doing it this way, but I just prefer to do it this way personally. Okay, here we're going to go. Right side up, top over twice. Right side down, top back. Right up, top back, right down. Now, as you see, that's similar to an algorithm we did earlier, but now in the old algorithm we would turn the top, but now we're going to on to the second half of this algorithm, which is left side up, top over twice. Left down, top over, continuing in the same direction. Left up, top over, and left down. Now, as you see, this corner has been fixed, but this corner and this corner are still not fixed. So what we have to do is we have to do this algorithm again on this corner, and that will disrupt this corner, and then we can finalize it with those two, as you'll see. So let's repeat this algorithm again. Right side up, top over twice. Right side down, top back. Side up, top back, right side down. Left side up, top over twice. Left side down, top over, left side up, top over, left side down. Okay, and as you see, we have completed this whole side of the Rubik's Cube. Now we're down to these two corners. Now this should only take 1 to 2 turns of the algorithm to fix. So let's do this. Left side, right side up, top over twice. Right side down, top back, right side up, top back, and then right side down. Then again on the left side up, top over twice, left side down, top over, left side up, top over, and left side down. And as you see here, you have completed your 3x3 Rubik's Cube tutorial. Now, the descriptions for this will be